Hey guys, it's been quite a while since we've had anything major happen in Smash Bros. In terms of updates or new characters. In fact, the last time we had a new character was Byleth, and that was all the way back in January, late January. And we did receive news that we'd be getting an ARMS character for the first fighter in the Fighters Pack 2 DLC. However, that was back in March, and it's almost June, and thankfully they did say we would be getting the character sometime in June, so that's right around the corner. But today, I thought we'd do something a little bit different on the channel and discuss the potential impact and the kind of a theory that I have on just how much the new ARMS character can potentially affect Smash Bros. So let's take it back to all the way before Smash Bros. Ultimate was even released, and they were still announcing new characters and all kinds of new game modes and that kind of stuff. And they basically showed us that we were getting Ridley and King K. Rool. That was a huge deal for the community because those were such fan-requested characters, and the fact that Nintendo, as well as Sakurai and Smash Bros. In general, had been listening to the community was a good sign for us. Because not only did that mean that they were basically saying, we hear you, we're going to give you what you want, because we know you guys will pay for it, but potentially that meant for DLC in the future, they would be doing more characters like that. Well, lo and behold, we did get our first DLC pack, and I'm not going to choose to include Piranha Plant, although I guess you technically could since you had to pay for him if you didn't, I guess, buy the game at a certain point in the date. I'm not sure how that really worked. I got him regardless, but first character we got was Joker, which was kind of a big deal. Nobody saw that coming. You can't tell me you could have predicted Joker. In fact, a mass majority of people probably didn't know who Joker was, it's only because they never have heard of Persona and the game series itself. So Joker was a big deal just because it came so far out of left field. Joker being included potentially meant that anybody could get in, no matter what, because he just had nothing to do with Nintendo to begin with at that time. So it opened the door for anybody who wanted to join Smash. And that proceeded to be followed by Hero from Dragon Quest. And while I do feel like, as well as I feel like a whole bunch of other people also feel this way, that Hero was brought to the game to kind of please the Japanese market, which would be, acceptable since they primarily make up majority of people who buy Smash, as Nintendo is primarily a Japanese-based company. I still think that Hero is an awesome decision, and he's still a super fun character. And then after that, they tried to please the American marketplace by bringing in Banjo, which was such a fan-requested character. I remember the hype behind just his reveal trailer. Seeing that Jiggy bounce across the floor was just overwhelming for a lot of people, including myself. And then we go into our fourth DLC, and at this point, I feel like a lot of people are kind of just taken aback by Terry, because for me personally, I've played my fair share of fighting games. I've played things like Mortal Kombat, I played things like, Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters, all kinds of other fighting games basically, but I've just never heard of Terry. At one point, I had a friend tell me that Terry had been in Street Fighter before, and I was like, no he hadn't, just because I hadn't remember seeing him, but lo and behold, he had been in there too. But Terry was an interesting pick, especially because of how just old the character was, that it was amazing to think they would go that far back to pull a character out. And then came the final DLC for Fighters Pass 1, and everybody was hoping for this kind of big send-off, this big bang, because people were expecting the most fan-requested characters. And when they saw that it was Byleth, the hate that ensued was overwhelming. It was unreal. If you go back and look at the Nintendo reveal trailer, it has so many dislikes, it's just unreal. And I don't think it would have been the same if that character would have, let's say, been from a different game series. The fact that Byleth was from Fire Emblem basically put the nail in the coffin for the character before it could even be released, which is a shame because Byleth is actually a pretty fun character at that, with some pretty interesting gimmicks with her weapons, or his or her weapons, whichever one you play. But I have a funny feeling if the roles would have been reversed and Byleth was the first character released in the Fighters Pass, leaving Joker to be the final character released, it would have been a much different scenario. Let me explain. If Byleth would have been the first character in the first Fighters Pass, I feel like it may have stopped people from buying the Fighters Pass, but not really, because in the end, people are completionists and they're going to want to buy every single character for the game they love anyway. But I feel like the hype around the Fighters Pass would have been much, much smaller. When you start with a big character like Joker, it inevitably means people are going to start buying the Fighters Pass immediately, with the conclusion that every character will be incredible. So what does all this mean for the ARMS character? Why is the ARMS character important? Well, it's for this simple reason. They started last time with Joker, one of the ones that I think helped sell the Fighters Pass. But they started this time with the ARMS character to a very poor reception from the Smash community. For me personally, I think the ARMS character is very interesting, especially knowing that they're putting a lot of time into him. Hopefully he will be very unique, but a lot of people just aren't impressed with the ARMS franchise as a whole. So why would they start with the character that people just aren't that drawn to? I think it's because they could have a big surprise set up for us. They've already announced that the ARMS character will be first regardless of what happens, and they showed 15 different ARMS characters in the trailer. However, if you notice, a few of those ARMS characters already are somewhat kind of in Smash Bros. Let's start with Springman. Springman is an assist trophy in Smash Bros, so you would assume it can't be him. And then you have Ribbon Girl, I think that's her name, I don't really keep up with Smash, or not Smash, I don't really keep up with ARMS, but Ribbon Girl happens to be a spirit that's already in the game, so you'd assume it wouldn't be her either. But what if it is? What if Springman just so happens to be the ARMS representative? Do you know how big that is for the game? And it's big for a couple reasons. For one, there have always been two deciding factors that told you which characters were going to be in Smash. The first one was actual acknowledgement of the character, and by that I mean it's someone telling you, yes, this character is going to be in Smash. I can confirm it either with like Nintendo outright saying it or a video or a trailer, or it's a studio or Sakurai himself or something basically saying, no, this character won't be in Smash, that would be cool though, you know, something like that. Or the other thing that has always been the common factor was, if you're an assist trophy, you're not going to be in Smash. Take a look at characters like Waluigi, Shadow, Isaac, Ashley. They're all assist trophies, and it's kind of been universally accepted that they won't be in the game this time around because of that. But if they include Springman as a character, that opens up the door for every single assist trophy currently in the game. And if you don't think Nintendo and Sakurai aren't currently aware that a majority of their assist trophies are well-desired, much-desired characters in the game, you have another thing coming. So I think it'd be super cool if Springman was kind of the start of this revolution to put certain assist trophies within Smash Bros. I even think they have a special way they could do it. I doubt they will do it this way, but I think if they did, it would be so cool, especially considering that you're paying $30 for potentially 6 different characters with maps and stuff, when the game itself was just $60, and you've already paid $25 for DLC 1. So if you're paying for everything this game has, you're paying well over $100. So it'd be really cool if they did include this, but I think it'd be cool if they included a kind of separate storyline, you know, that they could include the assist trophies transforming or undergoing change to become characters, and it's up to some of the fighters in the game to pretty much capture them and take them back, and then you could obtain the characters by basically beating them. That'd be so cool. And then on top of that, you have the characters, if they do announce this, that the assist trophies, certain ones have basically broken free or broke loose, then people could start speculating which assist trophies it would be, which would cause so much hype around the characters, especially if they said 6 different assist trophies have broken free. Not only would that deconfirm a ton of rumors, which would be kind of sad if you think about it, like Master Chief. I know a lot of people want Master Chief or Doom Guy in the game. Well, none of them are really in the game already, so if it says 6 different assist trophies have broken free, you're not going to get them. But it could lead people to start wondering, well, which one of these 6 characters are they talking about? Are they talking about Crystal from the Star Fox franchise? Are they talking about Shadow the Hedgehog? I personally would love Shadow the Hedgehog. Just please don't make him like Sonic. Make him have a vastly different moveset, you know? That'd be awesome. But there's just so much potential they could do if Springman just so happens to be that character. In the end, this probably won't happen, but that doesn't mean we can't get at least one assist trophy transferred into a character, and Springman could be that one. And if it's not Springman, if it's not a character that we want, like it's just a random ARMS character, we still have potential for another character that has recently made his return with long arms to be our next DLC character. Alright guys, well that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed these random ramblings. Just kind of the theories and speculations that I had. If you did, feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe for more, and thank you guys so much for watching.